guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I'm a little late. I forgot to post on Friday. Well, I didn't make the video in time, but here I go now to talk about all the books I read in January. Okay, first of all, it took me a long time to even finish one book because I don't know what it was, but I was filming the vlog. You know, Mary was my first read of the year, this one. You probably saw that from my vlog. If you haven't checked that out, it's the previous video that I posted, which follows me basically around reading this book and my thoughts in between, and my first reading vlog. So if you're interested, check it out. And since I had to film while reading, I feel like that slowed me down a lot. And for some reason, I didn't get to finish this, I think, until like 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks to finish this. So I got a slow start into the new year, but I still managed to read 5 books, and that's totally fine. I read 3 audiobooks: Black Girls Must Die Exhausted, Hide, and One True Loves. So, but okay, let me go in order. The first one was Mary. As I said, I talked about this in a little more detail on my vlog, but just a quick recap. This is a horror novel following a middle-aged woman back to her hometown, and she hears weird things. She has visions, and it's all connected somehow to a serial killer who killed a lot of women 50 years ago in her hometown. So the book was wild. It definitely creeped me out at times, and it was different than anything else I read so far. I truly enjoyed it. I liked the story and I liked the message behind it. The afterword was amazing, and I can't wait to read his other book, Nestlings, which is also already on my shelf. So the next book that I read was Black Girls Must Die Exhausted. I also loved this one. It followed Tabitha around, like you got a sneak peek into her life when it comes to work, family, friends, and her personal choices and health related issues. I don't want to spoil anything. But I really must say, even though there's no like red line that came through this book, it was really just her life and how she is dealing with everyday topics as a young Black woman in the US. So I truly enjoyed it. It touched on some interesting topics, some of them that many people have to deal with on a daily basis. And I think I might even read the other 2 books out from that series. You know, they have the Black Girls Must Die Exhausted, Black Girls Must Be Magic, and Black Girls Must Have It All. So I heard from some friends that the last 2 books are not as good as the first one. I think one of my friends said she didn't finish the last one because it was exhausting, which I thought was funny because of the first title. But I might give it a try anyways, because I also loved how the author described the emotions and things that happened. And there's this one quote I really loved. I'll put it down here because I forgot right now. So yes. The next book I want to talk about is Hide. This is also an audiobook I did. It sounded to me like a Hunger Games type situation. They put, I think, 14 people in an abandoned amusement park, and then people start dying. I went into this book thinking that this would be a Hunger Games type of situation. Like I said, this is what it sounded like to me, and this sounded great. Like, I would have loved that, but I don't know. I don't think this is a spoiler, but this book is not so much real life and how, you know, people killing people. This is a little supernatural. That's all I'm going to say. And that would have been enough for me to not pick up this book. I did not know that this has like this supernatural fantasy twist to it. So I was super disappointed, like from the middle on, and I didn't want to not finish because I already read so little this month. So I finished it, and yeah, I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I know some people loved it. I don't know. If you have any recommendations for a book that is in an abandoned amusement park where people having to hide from each other or people going crazy or whatnot, please drop your recommendations in the comments. That would have been something I would have wanted to read, but not whatever this was. So, sorry. So, the next book I read was The Loyal Wife by Natalie Barelli. I talked about her book Missing Molly, which I read, I think, in September or August. So if you want to see my video about this, I think you have to check one of those videos out. I enjoyed Missing Molly, and I enjoyed this one. It was nothing crazy good. It was nothing where I would say, oh my God, like this is amazing. I think I ended up giving this one 3 stars. It is your typical domestic thriller. If you enjoy The Couple Next Door, then I'll definitely recommend this. It's a quick read. I mean, it wasn't long at all. I forgot how many pages, 250 or 260 pages. So this is definitely something you can read quickly. And it kept me interested. I definitely loved the main character, of course. And I would still read more books by Natalie Barelli because, as I said, I like her way of writing and the stories are pretty good. This one, I did not see that ending coming either. Like, I wasn't able to figure this one out. Let me know in the comments if you were able to, if you read this one. My last book, also an audiobook, was One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I really fell in love with everyone in this book. It was a great read. You know, I'm not too big on romance, but I'll slip it in here and there. And Taylor Jenkins Reid is my absolute favorite. You know, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was my first book by her, and I devoured it. Same with Malibu Rising and Carrie Soto. Evidence of the Affair, which is her short story. And now this one. This one wasn't as great as the other ones, but I love the storyline. Like, she got me hooked with the first sentence. The first sentence is something like, I'm having dinner with my fiance when my husband is calling. And I'm like, what's going on? I forgot about the plot. Like, I forgot what this book was about because, I mean, it's Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm gonna just pick it up and read it. So this book is about her getting married to her high school sweetheart, and then shortly before their first anniversary, he vanishes. Like, he's in a plane wreck. So he's lost. He's lost at sea. He's gone. Of course, she's grieving, and then she falls in love again and is about to get to marry someone else. And then the guy shows up again. Like, he found his way back, and now she's in between, like, oh my God, what's going on? I have my new fiance and I have my husband, so what's happening? And it was great. I was happy with how the book ended and how she pulled all the heartstrings, like always. So yes, these were the books I read in January. Let me know if these were any books that you read. Let me know if any of these books will be on your TBR from here on out. So, and I hope next week I'll be able to post on time. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.